The FIFA World Cup is hands down the biggest competition in world football and perhaps also the most interesting. So interesting that we often wish the tournament came around more often than just once every 4 years. But then why can't it happen more frequently? Why does the FIFA World Cup only take place once every 4 years? Here are a few reasons. Number 1. It allows hosts enough time to prepare. Hosting the World Cup is a huge responsibility. You have to be fully prepared before you open the doors to millions of supporters from around the world for a period of about a month. Stadiums, transport systems, accommodation, tourist attractions, security, healthcare, and other infrastructure have to be built or refurbished in preparation for the footballing festival. And if the tournament were to happen every 2 years, it wouldn't be enough time for the host to be fully prepared, and we'd end up having a lot of below par World Cup tournaments, and surely nobody wants that. Number 2. The qualifiers. Remember that teams don't just show up at the World Cup, they have to fight for their place in each tournament, so qualifying games have to be played. As of now, over 200 countries participate in the qualifiers each time, fighting for just 31 spots, the 32nd spot being automatically granted to the hosts. So realistically, we actually won't even be able to go through all the qualifying games that need to be played in the limited international breaks we have in a season. And don't forget that the continental competitions also have to be held. That, in fact, is another reason why the World Cup cannot be held every 2 years. Number 3. Continental competitions. Every continent has their own tournaments which also has to be held. The Africans have the AFCON, the Asians have the AFC Asian Cup, the South Americans have the Copa America, the Europeans have the Euros, and on and on. Some of these tournaments are held once every 4 years, like the Euros and the AFC Asian Cup, while some others are held every 2 years, like the AFCON. But all these tournaments are perfectly planned, such that all are played a year or two before and after the World Cup year, but never in the same year with it. So, if the World Cup and the continental competitions were to be held every other year alternatively, it means that players would never get any rest. They'd be playing all year long every single year, and that most definitely is not healthy. And that leads us to our next point. Number 4. Injuries. As things currently are, players are already complaining about their schedules. They need more rest. And that is one of the reasons the Super League was strongly opposed, and also why many players and managers are not exactly big fans of the recently introduced UEFA Nations League. So, putting that into consideration, it would just be totally inconsiderate to make the World Cup happen more frequently, in spite of the complaints of the players. So, it seems just about perfect that the competition is held every 4 years. Number 5. Value. In some ways, having the World Cup played every 4 years adds to its value. The average footballer will play in 3 World Cup tournaments in their career. 4 if you're lucky. A player appearing in 5 World Cup tournaments in their playing career is an absolute rarity. So the knowledge that they only get 3 to 4 shots at it in their entire career makes players value the tournament even more. They give their all to it each time and try so hard to win it because they know this is not a case where they can just say we go again next year. If it's played every year or every other year, best believe the FIFA World Cup would lose some value with time. So yeah, we all want to be watching the biggest football competition every summer, but you have to admit that having it once every 4 years is just perfect. And you know what else is perfect? We'll have the World Cup on our screens yet again in just about a month. We are really excited about that, and we're sure you are too. So get in the comments and tell us what your predictions are for Qatar 2022. Who will win the World Cup? Who will be the dark horses? And who will be the shock exit? Bombard us with your predictions. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Also, turn on the bell notification so that you never miss out on new content. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye.